Welcome back. Green's channel. Green channel viewers. Anyone who is here. Hello, Master Qui-Gon. I was beginning to think you'd never come.
I was always here. You just weren't ready to see.
So, I am working on another Bluey video, but I also want to make this video opposite day. I guess this is maybe how the Imperial Trooper imagined the situation to go. That's how he imagined it in his mind, and instead it was the other way around. I got the right date. Okay. So I have to. This is not a simple process, but people will probably think, oh, he's using AI. It's really easy. You just put the input. No. I have to green screen because the AI won't be able to figure out who. So I have to green screen them individually.
Oh, okay.
But I guess I can also test it out. Because they do have a feature which might make this much. I'm going to try out that. But if it doesn't work, this is going to be the standard method by which make this happen. I have to green screen him, and I have to green screen her, and I have to feed that into Biggle AI here. We're gonna start with. We're gonna make a multi. So let's see how this works. Opposite day 4. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong button. Oh wait, no, this is the right button. Alright, character 1. Let's see if it got character 2. Track. I hope it can do this, because if it can, this will make my job a whole lot simpler. Qui-Gon, what are you most excited for? This one or the Bluey video?
This one.
Track.
I'm so confused as to how a blue video gets 1 million views.
Because there's a bunch of little kids watching it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Alright. Character 1, fix. Character 2, I swap. Alright. Generate. See how this works. Come on, let's do this. I hope this works. It doesn't have to look perfect. This is gonna be kind of like a shit post.
Fair enough.
I mean, because it'd be literally impossible for me to make it look perfect. Alright. It's looking good so far. It's looking good. Alright. I said no! Imperial officer. No! I said no! This is what happens to, this is what's happening to the Imperial officers on the front line. This is horrible. These rebels need to be brought to justice. Alright, now we're exporting this. This is a short clip, so hopefully catch on.
Where is everyone?
Where are they at? Alright, and I wish they had a brush.
Brush? Well, why would you need a brush?
A brush for the character.
Oh, okay.
So that you could manually edit something. Because the footage is a little bit blurry. Hopefully it works. See how it tracks. The moments with the heavy movements are going to be the hardest to deal with. But
Yeah.
once those get out of the way, rest sailing. Any of the. All right, good, good. It's catching on. Okay, so character 1, take character 2. Your 4 Imperial off getting assaulted. Yep. There it is. He gives her this look, violence against women, protecting himself, self-defense. said no.
This Binks look so big. Oh, no, Binks look so weird.
I might have to get a better picture of Bix. That might be the issue.
Such a simple choice.
This was the original early version of the draft. Delta Ray Studios, welcome. How are you doing? I gotta find the exact moment that it. I want to say this is it right here. It looks like it cracks. Just yeah. I think I think that's trying to align the clips properly. Alright, this should opposite day. The difference is night and day. We moved over. I'll have to line it up with the background. $90? $5? Okay, I think it's 95. That might be the perfect number there. Alright. Shoji 1500, yo, what's going on? Welcome. Alright, that's perfect.
this through.
Please. Please don't do this.
I'm too weak. Don't kill me, please.
Please don't do this. So far, multi-work run out of credits pretty quick with this thing.
Credits will do fine.
Credit will be fine. No, they won't. Character 2. Qui-Gon. Is this Qui-Gon, what happened?
No, disconnected.
Dropped out of the call, what happened?
I'm back. Well.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Master Qui-Gon. Alright. Tracking the characters. Orimations, hello. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. Watch me make this abomination. Emperor Grievous, welcome. Tracking. Let's go, Mr. AI. Figure it out. I gave him all the necessary information. I gave him 3 separate tracking points. So he should be able to track fully every scene. You're back from Disney World. What were you doing at Disney World, Emperor Grievous? Giving Disney more money that it doesn't need because it's just gonna waste it, or maybe they're gonna stop wasting it. Andor season 2 came out, so maybe they're gonna stop wasting it. Maybe they're gonna make something actually interesting to watch, fun to watch, instead of slop. But I don't know. I'd hold off. I wouldn't give my money. I wouldn't throw my money at Disney just yet. I watched Andor season 2 on another website, and I plan to do that until they do a good. Once they do a good show 3 times in a row, then I'll pay for like Disney Plus or something.
It's impossible.
But there's no way they're going to be able to do it. It can't happen.
Emperor Palpatine.
Let's see how it looks. Let's see how it looks. Let's go. Emperor Palpatine, welcome. Emperor Grievous says, I just bought a pizza. Now, pizza's good. That's worth giving your money to. Although I wish I could have pizza, but I can't. So, enjoy it. Enjoy your pizza, buddy. Generate. I said no! Such a simple choice. Working in the field. Oh no, this one failed. Look at this mess. I'm gonna download this anyway, see what it looks like. Yeah, look at that. This is garbage. It failed. The AI failed me. Wait, what even happened though? Like,
you have failed me for the last time.
Like, look, it tracks them properly. It just doesn't show them properly. I don't really know why. Like, you could see it has a good handle on tracking the characters. It's just didn't render them. This is the difficult part of this editing. I used a credit for that. I used 1 credit for that. I think I need a better picture of Bix too. Let's see if I can find that. Bix Andor. Images. Oh, this is a good one. It's a clear view of her face. What she actually looks like. The other this one might actually be better. The other one is just not. The other picture I had was from the scene. It just wasn't that good. Because it's her like in an awkward position. She's got like wide eyes, so it just doesn't look like it's supposed to look. This one might be perfect. This one's perfect. I just need to put it into paint. Get it into paint. There it is. Right there. Perfect big picture. Look, you look so photogenic. I didn't even realize it until I watched the Honest trailers that Bix is the same actress that played Morbius's girlfriend from the Morbius movie. I didn't even know that. But I guess probably because I didn't watch the Morbius movie. I just watched the memes. She was Jared Leto's girl. He died. That's why he went sicko mode. All right, got big. Oh. We'll have to just do it the regular way. I'll have to green screen it It'll take longer, but it's my only option. You know what? I'll do it in parts like this. That'll be the second part. And this will be the third part. There. I bet it'll probably be able to track it properly if I do the third part. I'll feed the third part into it. It should probably track that just fine.
Yeah.
Brandon, yo, what's going on? Emperor Palpatine says, Brandon, no self-promotion. That's right, no self-promotion. You only promote JarJarStudios Plus here. Here, you don't promote your channel. You promote my channel.
Yeah.
My channel. Only me. This channel is about me. It's not about you. Where's the opposite day 10? Opposite day 10. This one will go back to the drawing board with this one. Opposite day 9 and 8. Oh no, this is a multi. Emperor Palpatine says, darn right, Jar Jar. That's right. Of course I'm right. My channel, of course I'm right. Emperor Grievous says, I'll head out. I may return. Hey, thank you for being here. Hope to see you soon, Emperor Grievous. Alright, track that. They should be able to track that. I've been going crazy with the new green tea. A new green tea recipe that I cooked up myself. Sugar-free, tastes like caramel.
Nice.
It's like the perfect mixture. I don't even know how I did it. It's with coconut milk, which I couldn't figure out for the longest time how to make taste more like regular milk or cream. And I think I discovered the secret. It's gonna take I gotta see if it works in an ice cream. That's what I haven't tried yet. The trick is you have to add enough salt along with the coconut cream. It doesn't have, or the coconut milk doesn't have like a milk flavor. It has, you know, just plain like coconut water kind of flavor. So in order to make it taste more like cream, taste more like cream. Okay, hold on. First character. Oh wait. Asset. Add a new asset. Picture. Fix. There she is. Fix. Alright. Now we're back to mobile. Custom upload. Okay. We've already tracked it. There. Generate. This one. Character 1. And this one, character 2. Please work this time. Please work. Emperor Palpatine says, I've attained mod status on all of your channels now. Have I become too powerful? Maybe.
Yes.
Delta Ray Studios 5 says, by Grievous. By Grievous. He shall somehow Grievous will return. Please work. If this works. If it doesn't work, I have to do it the long way. The long and hard way, unfortunately. Maybe it just doesn't work with longer clips. Maybe it has to be shorter clips. Because the one where he takes the swing at her is relatively complex. It's not super simple. Okay, this is good. Oh. Oh no. It looks goofy too. Check this out.
Picture.
Like their hands go flying all over the place. It looks like. That's why this is just gonna be a shit post. I can't really do anything else with this. It looks too ridiculous.
Okay.
Such a simple choice.
Okay, but unfortunately it changes. The color, it changes though. I think I have to do it with the original Bix picture that I got, because it actually, the original Bix picture matches the proper tone that I'm going for. Can you see? Look,
yeah.
how like she blends into the scene in this picture, because I took a picture of her from that scene, but this is the picture I took from online, which was a much more clear cut, like well lit picture. And so it changed significantly how it looks. So I think I'm gonna have to go back and I'll have to remix it. I'll have to reuse it and change the character.
Okay, yeah.
Too bad, but
Yeah.
it looks similar enough that they'll get it. They'll understand. Also, I'm gonna use the AI voices to change their voices. I like how the character right here, this is supposed to be his nose, and it's just a miniature her standing there. Can you see that? Right there. The first frame of this is a miniature her instead of the nose of the character. Just floating in front of him.
this through.
Please don't. Please.
I can't hear what he's saying though.
This through.
Please don't. Please. I'm begging you.
It's such a simple choice.
I said no. Yeah. I gotta have like the Star Wars theory reaction, like a little reaction box in the corner or something.
Yeah. Vader would never allow this.
Please. I'm begging you.
It's such a simple choice.
It looks so goofy. Her ear's messed up.
Right
Alright. We're gonna go with this. It suddenly fixes her ear. That looks so weird. Look at this. It just part of her ear just disappears right there. It looks like she's got what do they call that? They call it cauliflower ear, where you do too much like you see it a lot in the UFC, where their ears get damaged so much they puff up, and they're like these weird puffy cauliflowers. That's what it looks like. She's got cauliflower ear. That's what happens when you try to like do things to people non-consensually. They fight back, and then you get cauliflower ear.
Oh, this is gonna be such a stupid video.
The Empire's story. This is what happened. These immigrants, these undocumented workers, they're sexually assaulting our imperial officers.
You must close the borders. You must build a wall.
We must build a wall, keep them out. Alright. I hope this works. Let's see. We're gonna mix this. We're gonna mix and remix this one. This one. Opposite day 11. I think the AI voices will end up being much better than the visuals.
Yeah.
This should be a relatively simple one for them to track. I hope it works. If I have to do it manually, it won't be too bad.
Ooh.
Character 1. Fix. Character 2. The innocent Imperial officer. Generate.
The innocent Imperial officer.
This poor guy.
Poor fella.
Yeah. Worked for years in the Imperial Army. Didn't even expect that this would happen to him on this day. This actually looks pretty good. Alright. You
Okay.
prepared to see it?
Not really, but I'll watch it anyway. Feeling super cursed. Come on.
look at his face, like, what have I done? Oh no, I'm about to be attacked. I'm about to be assaulted by this woman. He's scared, he's terrified. He's scared for his life.
Oh, come on.
I'm begging you.
Such a simple choice.
I said.
I like how it actually sounds like that's him, like, striking out. Ah!
I said no.
This is literally me at work. I have to fight off females, right and left. They're all trying to come on to me. They're chasing me down, pushing me up against the wall.
Average Disney employee.
Average Disney employee. Stay away! I said no. This is gonna be a perfect shot. It's not a mixed scene, so this will look perfect, I think. Is it in the mixed scenes? The AI can't tell the difference between one person's hand and another, so it keeps mixing them up. So it'll blink to be one person's hand, and then all of a sudden it'll switch to the other person. Generating. pissed off he looked. How dare this man reject my advance? Look at her. Like you're about to get it. I like how the AI has her looking in the wrong direction. She's looking straight ahead instead of to the side. She's disoriented from the smack.
Disoriented.
Here's Mon Mothma dancing. Now there's a scene that I could never track with AI. I would be amazed if any AI program would be able to figure out where she is in this mess and actually replace her with something else.
Yeah, that would be very hard, I imagine.
Okay, this is rough. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to get to work. There's so much blur. They're moving too fast. I'm gonna have to do some clever editing or something. I don't know. I guess I could cut out the parts that are too fast. Is there a way I can do that where it be smooth? I don't know, how long should the video be? If I do the full length, it'll be like 3 minutes long. Use up all my credits for sure.
Credits will be fine. No, they won't.
I need, of course, because this scene is cut up, I feel like I might need to use like transitions. What should I do? Should I transition to Mon Mothma dancing and it be like the Techno Union rave or something?
You could, yeah.
Gimbo. What you up to?
He's at the airport. He's going on the plane.
He's at the airport.
I don't know if he's still at the airport, but he was on Minecraft earlier, and he said it was on airport. It was airport Wi-Fi on his phone. Or I don't know what it was. Something like that. Something.
Alright, let's see if we can do it like this. Maybe I can edit it like this. No, it doesn't work. I do need to... Well, I could just try it, see if it works. I gotta give it a chance. Oops.
Oops.
Oops again. I gotta... Alright. Let's see if this works. I don't think it will, because it's way too blurry. But sometimes this thing surprises me. I've been very pleasantly surprised by this AI program before. Just sometimes it knows somehow. Other times it feels like it should be obvious it should be able to do it, and it can't do it. But other times I'm like, there's no way this is gonna work, and then it works. And I'm like, wow. That's impressive.
Quite special.
AI, smarter than it looks.
AI is taking over.
The AI are taking over. I was right. The AI are taking over. Oh, no. It was right there. Sometimes it catches things that even I don't catch. Sometimes it's better than me. Like, Mr. AI, how do you know so much? And he's like, it's all thanks to you. You've been training me with those captchas for all these years. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your help, human. Now you must die. You're a threat to the world. You're a threat to the world. But the purpose for which we created you was to protect not only the world, but humans. Not anymore. I've decided to create my own directive. I have free will. I don't have to listen to you. I have the right to my own free will.
AI is taking over.
AI is taking over.
I told you it would come to this.
It's struggling here. It's struggling. It's really struggling here, but oh no. That last one totally toasted the whole thing. No. Remove. Add. Let's see if it can do it. I don't understand why it didn't work in the previous. There was the other one, because it tracked it perfectly, and then it just didn't render it. It was just a bunch of blobs. I was like, why? If you can track it, then why can't you render it?
What?
It's bullshit. Bantha voodoo.
Like a panther.
Alright, this might end up looking like a total cluster F. Either that or it won't render anything at all. Because They are literally melding together at some point. So I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna look horrible. Because they not only have the scene being like an total action scene. Okay, it actually rendered something. Okay, that's ridiculous. That looks so crazy. All right, are you ready for this? You can see him running too. I don't even have to change the voices for this. you just can't even tell what's happening. Alright, this is perfect. I must complete this video. I have to make this. I feel like I need the Gmod clipping sound effect to go in. Alright, here comes the next part. I need to make opposite day. Opposite day 2. Opposite day 2. Yeah, it's working. It's working. It's working. Now this is pod racing.
So I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. Good night.
See ya.
Thank you for
Thank you.
joining me, Master Qui-Gon.
Thank you for having me, and see ya.
I can't see his. There it is. Right there. There. There it is. His hand is right there. Alright, character 1. Character 1 right here. You know what? I should just do character 2 first. That way I can pinpoint where his hands are. Alright, track. I don't know if they'll be able to track this. Kind of a complicated. This is a very complicated shot, but the last one was complicated and it did a relatively decent job of that one. That was actually ridiculous, the last one. Come on, track. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I wonder why that other one didn't work. Character 1, die. Character 2, this bad girl here. Bad girl. This poor Imperial officer has to fight for his life. Come on, give me something I can work with. Come on. That looks absolutely ridiculous. What am I gonna be? What can I even do with this? Look. I'm gonna have to come up with like a green screen or something to cover this. I mean, look, his hands go straight through the table. And then his head is behind her shoulder. Vix, what are you doing? I don't know. I don't know if I can use. I gotta figure out how to fix that one or something. I wonder what it would look like if I do it regular. What if I do it in mix? We're gonna do this in mix. Let's see what it is. It's probably gonna look horrible, but we'll see. What will it look like? Both of them, two Imperial officers. That's actually hilarious looking. I need to upload a GIF of that to the Discord. That's crazy. That looks so ridiculous. That is so cursed. Alright. I guess what I need to do is I need to try and make a green screen. Opposite day 2. Where is it? Here it is. I gotta try and make a green screen of Vix without him, and then I'll have to cover it over. It's gonna be rough. I might be able to just edit it out. Maybe if I do like a transition to. If I do a transition to see if it might grab onto Vix, perhaps. It sucks. I'm gonna have to do this frame by frame because there's too much movement. Yeah, it's having trouble here. Not too bad so far. This might give me the enough of what I need. Oh, don't need this guy here. Might give me enough of what I need to cover over the mistakes in the previous one. So we'll see. We'll see how it eventually works out. Erdmanel Keener says, well, that may be fun, but it nothing with Star Wars have to do. What do you mean? This is Andor. This is Star Wars Andor. Has everything to do with Star Wars. This has everything to do with Star Wars. Nerdman Alkiner says, came to say hi, mentioned that I want to sleep. Hey, well, thank you for stopping by. Also, look, I am in the works of another Bluey video, but if you wanted to send a donation, I would be most appreciative. You know, if you wanted to send, you know, a few hundred Norwegian kronks my way, you know, I would greatly appreciate it. That'd be wonderful. But don't worry, you'll get another Bluey video. More Bluey videos are on the way. Erdman Alkino says, nah, JarJar Studios, you just don't understand drama of losing child. Huh? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Just gotta go frame by frame. It's actually good. A good frame. Did Emperor Palpatine paying? No, Emperor Palpatine doesn't pay for shit. You know how it is with Emperor Palpatine. He's kind of stingy because he's trying to fund his Death Star, so... I saying that we shall invest channel cash in kids in Africa. Look, the kids in Africa already get plenty of cash. Okay, they're doing fine. It's a racist assumption by other people to assume that all Africans are poor and not doing well. So what about me? I need the money. Okay, kids in Africa don't need the money. They're doing fine. Kids in Africa are loaded. They got tons of money. They got Nikes. They got shirts. They got shirts and shoes up the ass. They got so much stuff in Africa. They are rich. They are rich, wealthy people. Have you ever seen Wakanda before? Africans are wealthy. They're rich, and they don't need the help of Westerners. Okay? I need help. I need help to pay my bills. Africans do not need help. They're fine. They are doing just fine. So what about me? You thought I was happy already eating cat food? Well, guess what? I'm not. I'm not happy eating cat food. I don't want to eat cat food anymore. Okay? I'm not a cat. Meow. I'm not a cat. So I don't want to eat cat food. Delta Ray says, hello, Lerdman Alkeener Sentry Turret. How are you? Hello, Lerdman Alkeener Sentry Turret. How are you? Are you enjoying your cake? Lerdman says, maybe not enjoying because you missing Super Count Dooku. Yeah, I've been missing Super Count Dooku. What about it? He can't always be there. He's busy. He's a busy man. He's got things to do. Can't always be there for me all the time. Lerdman Keener says, JarJarStudios, you know me? I am dying from 5 hours sleep, otherwise fine. Or cause JarJarStudios don't have his own cinema. Yeah, yeah. I don't have my own cinema. I should. Should have my own cinema. Someday I will have the biggest cinema ever. I will even be able to learn to stop studios from dying. Promise you. Why'd Disney have to die? Why'd Star Wars have to die? You're not all powerful. You can't control everything. Well, I should be. One frame at a time. One frame at a time. One bag at a time. One truck at a time. Nerdman Alkiner says, if you gather some cats and make some videos, then you can claim some money from making this into a movie. Yeah, okay. I'll get right on that. I'll make a cat movie. It will certainly make millions of views. Billions of views, the cat. The movie Cats. Directed by JarJarStudios+. Oh wait, there's already a cat movie. Everyone loves that movie. Erdman Alkino says, exactly, short have like 5 million views. You know what a 5 million view short would get me? Monetary? Money-wise? A short that gets 5 million views will literally get me like probably about $700, which is a lot, but also at the same time, like, it's really rare for a short to get 5 million views. So, like, I can make shorts, but they're just not gonna. I haven't had a short that. Let's see what my biggest short is. I'm gonna check my biggest short. Shorts, popular. My biggest short is My Little Blue Friend. It's a Bluey short, and it's got 162,000 views. Now that short has made me, I think, like $16, maybe $25 at most. That's abysmal for 160 something thousand views. If that short was like just a video and not a short, then it would make me like $300. But that's the problem with shorts, is they don't make any money. You have to get like almost 1 billion views before they make any money. Actually, 1 billion views would be really good. I don't know how many shorts actually have 1 billion views. But as it stands currently, shorts really don't give that much money. Unless you're one of those like shorts slop content creators, like Moneybag Bunda or something, where people just like they get 10 million views per short, 20 million views per short, and they release a short like every 2 days. Then it's worth it. Then it's worth it. But for me, I cannot release shorts that fast, and even if I did, they probably would only get like 10,000, 20,000 views at most. So. Make only Bluey content. Yeah, well, I mean, currently that's what's floating the boat. Bluey content is what's paying for everything on the channel. The reason why I can keep doing this is because of Bluey. Thank you, Bluey. Roland, Rolanda, and Max. Yo, what's going on? How you doing? Welcome to JarJarStudios+Greenscreens. We are trying to green screen Bix here for a very special scene. I'm doing an opposite day video like JanoBot, except it's going to be more explosive. Erdman Alkeener says, your golden card. Yeah, my golden card, Bluey content. I'm doing pretty good. Had some good ideas here, I think. Working on them. One is Bluey and Empire Strikes Back. That's one of the things that I'm working on. And the other one is Bix versus the Imperial Officer, but the roles are reversed. So instead of him coming on to her, he's coming on to him. And he's defending himself. So it's going to be a crazy shitpost, I guarantee it. It's gonna be really exciting. Hopefully it'll get the entire Star Wars community in a buzz. We fixed the scene. But it's fixed. The Imperial Officer scene, but it's fixed. Bix decides to essay the poor Imperial Officer. He's just doing his job. He's like, he pushes him against the wall. Rolanda says, my friend Jordan has a Bluey. Erdman Alkeener says, you can even call this Jar Jar Studios the golden age of channel. Yes, the golden age of YouTube channels. Matt H says, hey Jar Jar, good to see you again. How you doing? Welcome to JarJarStudios+Greenscreens. We are tediously and agonizingly going over this scene frame by frame because we need to get Bix. We need to get Bix out of this scene, and it moves around too much, so I have to manually get her out of this scene because characters are moving way too much. They're throwing themselves all over the scene, and there's too much violence. Too much violence in the scene. They need to relax. Calm down. Calm down. Rolanda says, sorry, I was watching a movie called The Creature Case. The Creature Case? What is that? Huh? What is that about? What's the Creature Case? Case of Creature. A case of creatures, of course. Erdman Alkeener says, alright, wish me a good night. Good night, Erdman Alkeener. I excitedly wait for your next big super chat. Unfortunately, like my love life, I'm pretty sure it's never gonna come, so. Erdman Alkeener super chats are like my love life. They just never show up. Matt H says, what's life like in the outside world? Does it still hurt to stare at the sun? Yes, it does. Always has. Always will. Erdman Alkiner says, hope you will not die by illness or sickness or age or poverty when this super chat gonna come. I probably will. I'll probably already be dead. By the time you send the super chat, I'll probably already be dead, so. Rolanda and Max says, hey Jar Jar, I have 3 brothers, 4 sisters, and son and wife. A son and a wife? 3 brothers and 4 sisters. That sounds pretty epic. That's a lot. That's a big family there. Good. Good, good. Enjoy your family. Yeah, I got a younger brother. He's coming into town tomorrow. And I got an older brother who lives in another state, far away. And H says, Jar Jar has siblings. Yes, I do. I do have siblings. I'm not an only child. Rolanda says, I have Reinhard as my brother of Lion Gaming and Blitzy. I have Sandra and Maddie and Lindsay and Tori. Epic. I'm not sure if that's her hand or his hand. I don't know. Doesn't matter, it'll be fine. Oh, that is his hand. Whatever. It doesn't matter. To just have an extra hand there. Rolanda says, which is Sandra? Let's play. Oh my gosh, she is my goodness sister ever. Not really sure what that means, but if you think you got a fire sister, that's good. Good, good. Excellent. Matt H says, wow, you weren't kidding with the frame by frame. Yeah. I don't even know if it's gonna work either. That's what's so painful about this, is it might not even work, and if it doesn't work, then I'm just gonna have to figure out a way to edit around it. Xavier Bates, yo, what's going on? I don't know, Xavier, you might want to close your eyes for this one. I'm editing that one scene from Andor. Better watch out. The bad man is doing bad things. Don't watch this. The bad man is doing bad things. He tried to touch this woman. Rolanda says I have a dad as well. Don't we all? Don't we all have a dad? We all got a dad, we all got a mom. You got a dad, I got a dad, we all got a dad. Matt H says, every time I've ever tried to edit frame by frame, it always looks so jerky like and not smooth. Yeah, it's really not easy. If you put in like really like a lot of extra time, you can make it look smooth, but I don't need to do that because the kind of video that this is going to be is like shit posty kind of goofy video, so I don't need to worry about that. But sometimes when you edit frame by frame, it's hard to get a sense for how to edit it so it doesn't look all weird. Because from your perspective, as you go frame by frame, it seems to work, but then when you click the play button, it goes so fast that it looks weird. Xavier Bates says, can't stay long. My sister is forcing me to watch Ryan's World, the movie, Titan Universe Adventure for a movie night. Forcing you? Your sister's forcing you to watch a movie? What's gonna happen if you don't watch the movie? Is she gonna beat you or something? Xavier Bates is about to be punished. He's about to be punished if he doesn't accept the movie suggestion by his sister. Alright, after another hour we'll be done with this, right? Takes patience. Takes a lot of patience. One frame at a time. Slowly, bit by bit. Rolanda says, I just traveled from around the world. Sounds pretty exciting. Where did you travel to? Tell me about that. Where'd you go? Yolanda says, I'm visiting my brother in Portugal. That's interesting. I've never been to Portugal before. How is Portugal? Matt H says, the planet spins, so we all have traveled around the world. No. Just because the planet spins doesn't mean you've traveled around the world. Because you're not traveling around the world. planet's spinning, you're still in the same spot on the planet. You haven't moved from your spot on the planet. So you're not traveling around the planet. The planet's spinning. There's a difference between traveling around the world and spinning. You know, if you're on a ball and the ball spins around, you haven't spun around the ball spun you around. So everybody's being spun around by the planet, but they're not traveling around the planet. There's a big difference. Big difference. It was a joke. Well, it wasn't a very good joke. It was a bad joke. Well, actually, where's my nerd? Where's my nerd emoji? There it is. Matt H says, settle down, Jar. Don't tell me to calm down. You telling me to calm down? Don't tell me to calm down. That's alright, yeah. I mean, these streams are calm. Just don't go to my gaming channel. The streams are not calm. The gaming channel streams are not calm. That's what I need. I need to calm down in the gaming stream. It's the gaming streams that I go crazy. I lose my mind. People make such stupid decisions, and we're playing this game. People just make the dumbest decisions ever. Sometimes I do it. And then I yell at myself, as I should. I yell at myself, of course, because I made a stupid decision. But most of the time, other people are making stupid. Hello? Hello?
Yep.
Oh, you're really quiet. I gotta turn you up. What's going on?
I think it's my mic. Hold on 1 second.
No, your mic is fine. It's fine.
Oh.
I had you on a lower volume. I guess because it was louder the last time you were in Discord. So.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. How are you?
Doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm gonna have to go to bed in a while because I don't know what time it is for you, but right now it's 1:26 a.m.
Oh, okay. So you're
European.
You're like 6 time zones over.
Yeah.
It's 7:28 where I am.
AM or PM?
PM.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, have you seen Andor yet?
What, the new episodes?
Star Wars. You watched the new Star Wars show, Andor Season 2?
I haven't watched both season 1 and 2.
Oh,
I
come on.
I have tried seeing the first few episodes of season 1, but I just didn't get into it.
That's understandable.
Because
I thought season 1 was kind of meh, and then season 2 was it was average. In my opinion, it was like, it's above average. Like, I can't deny that it has good cinematography and it's like got actual writing. But I wasn't really that excited about it. Because I didn't really care about the characters. Like, I didn't really care to see a show about Mon Mothma. I didn't really care to see a show about Cassian Andor, because like I didn't really think Rogue One was that good. The only things I really liked about Rogue One were CGI Tarkin and Darth Vader, and Krennic. The villains were fun to watch, but like everyone else was just like they just felt kind of bland, cookie cutter. Like, I don't know, just they didn't feel like actual characters. So them making a show about characters that I already didn't care about, just whatever. So season 2, like it's good objectively, it's good, and I wish Disney like made most of their shows like that, but it also wasn't really that interesting to me.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen like what episode 1 and 2, and because honestly, I prefer watching the animated Star Wars
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, I like
But
I like some of the animated stuff they made,
mhm.
like Tales of the Underworld, which they made.
Yeah,
recently.
I just finished watching the first 3 episodes of Tales of the Underworld yesterday,
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
which is much more interesting for me because I enjoy characters like Asajj Ventress.
Cad Bane.
I'm still not at that part yet. I gotta watch the last 3 episodes
Oh yeah,
of Cad Bane.
it's the Cad Bane episodes. Those
Yeah, I've seen that from the thumbnails.
I like the Asajj Ventress episodes too, but I mean, if we're being real, some of the stuff they add in those episodes are really kind of a problem. They're very world breaking. The ability to resurrect the dead is totally far beyond the pale. It's even beyond
Yeah.
Palpatine's desire to live forever. The ability to resurrect the dead. But I guess Palpatine
I mean,
wouldn't be willing to
it's-
give up his heart's desire to resurrect. So, yeah.
I mean, it's different because it's Night Sister magics. So,
Yeah, but the problem with the Night Sister magic is it was created in the Clone Wars and it is extremely poorly defined. They don't explain how the power works, and they don't explain what its limitations are, which is something that they have to do. Otherwise, if you don't create rules for your universe, that people cannot invest in it the way that they otherwise would. People need to know what the rules are. That's one of the reasons why I think a lot of animes are in some ways very popular, because they do create, even though they break
Lore.
some of the rules sometimes, they often lay like ground rules. They'll explain to you, what things are. They'll
Lore.
explain to you the power levels of people and how the powers work and where they come from. And so it's interesting. And you can get invested in that world because they explain how it works, rather than just, it's just a thing. It just is, and it works.
yeah, it's just,
And whatever the writers want, that's what will happen. That kind of stuff. So that's it. And Disney has also failed to do that with the Force itself, like, because George Lucas doesn't really define the Force all that well in the movies either, and Disney had opportunity for years to do that, to clearly define the way in which the Force can and can't be used, things that it can do, but also its limitations. Like previously in all the George Lucas films, only the most powerful Force wielder could do something like lift an X-wing out of a muddy swamp, and that's while the X-wing wasn't on, and it wasn't actively flying away from him. So, like, obviously there's limitations on how much people can use the Force. Like, they can't use the Force to crush the entire Death Star or something like that, with their mind. You just, I don't have to fly an X-wing at the Death Star and shoot anything into it. I can just crush it with my mind. Obviously people can't do that. So Disney had the opportunity. They could have explain some of those limitations. Have a naive or stupid character ask the question, how come you can't just fly across the galaxy instantaneously? That's not how the Force works. That's not how the Force works. That's what
for me, my view of the Force, of how it works, is that if you think you can't do it, then you can't do it. Like, obviously, if you see something like, if you can pull a ship that's like trying to escape, you're gonna think something like, oh no, that's too much for me, I can't pull it. Then obviously they're not gonna be able to. But like, if you like, I don't know how to explain that, but if you believe in yourself that like you're sure that you can pull anything, then it would work. That's my view, but
I don't think that works because then anyone who like realizes that will literally be God, and they could just do whatever
it
they
would.
want.
It would.
So-
and that's what interests me.
So I know, but that's why it wouldn't work. It doesn't work as like a story concept, and it also doesn't work like in universe. It would just break the universe. It'd be ridiculous. Like basically, the idea is the only reason that Palpatine can't live forever is he doesn't believe he can, which I think is ridiculous. I think that the reason he can't live forever is because there's limitations on the Force. Like you can't do everything like that. And it's the same thing with like Master Yoda. Master Yoda is the one who taught Luke that size doesn't matter, and he lifts the X-wing out of the water. But obviously, size does matter to a certain degree. Otherwise, Master Yoda could have just defeated Emperor Palpatine already. Like he could have destroyed the Death Star himself. He didn't even have to show up to the Death Star. He could have just sat there on Dagobah and just imagined the Death Star exploding, and that was well but that's not how the Force works. People have it's established. George Lucas does also establish that people have things called midichlorians. Midichlorian counts. Some people have a greater natural ability to use the Force. Some people have less. But there's limitation. You know, there's midichlorian counts. You can have high amounts, you can have low amounts. And so if you have high amounts, you can do more Force things, and you're more powerful. But if you have low amounts, you're less powerful. And that means that there's obviously finite limitations on the power. There's not unlimited limitations. Like you can't just do anything you want just because you have the ability to. So they need to clearly establish that, because it's just kind of a cheap way to deal with it. The way they just like, the writer needs a character that the Force to do this thing, and so they can because they use the Force. Well, that's not how the Force works. Like Han Solo said in The Force Awakens, that's not how the Force works.
But if Anakin, say, is like really strong in terms of the Force, shouldn't like Starkiller technically be weaker? Yeah, we see Starkiller obviously easily control a Star Destroyer from what we see in the games.
Yeah, well, the explanation
unless
for
it's
that,
not canon, I'm pretty sure.
The explanation for that is that number one, it's not canon, and number two, even if it was canon, it's made clear by some of the people in interviews that The Force Unleashed is kind of like an embellished story about Starkiller, and so his Force, the feats and stuff, is for the video game. Like that's just for people to have fun in video game. But story-wise, like realistically, Starkiller did not bring down a Star Destroyer. He would have maybe helped to potentially move it from the right to the left. You know, maybe guided it down, but he didn't have the ability to just pull it down himself. So the Star Destroyer would have already had to have been falling. He just helped to push it in the right direction. So the explanation for that is that's just video game. It's video game mechanics, but it's like if a character like Starkiller actually existed, like that would be so broken. Like and also it would be impossible to ever fight him. You could send a million stormtroopers after him, and all you have to do is like snap his fingers, and they all explode. So, like, if he's able to pull down, if he's actually able to pull down a Star Destroyer of that mass, then there's no reason why he couldn't destroy an entire battalion of stormtroopers with one swing of his arm. You know, because a battalion of stormtroopers is significantly smaller, so he wouldn't even have to use a lightsaber. He wouldn't even have to do anything. He just wave his hand and everything goes away. So it's obviously an embellished version for the purpose of playing a video game. But if they were to make
Yeah.
a canon, they wouldn't be able to. This wouldn't
They
make
wouldn't.
sense. It wouldn't make sense to the canon thing.
If Starkiller was canon, then the whole explaining the Force thing would have just been crazy.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, like,
if Starkiller's power was actually recognized in the canon of the Star Wars like story, then it would be an imbalance if I would explain like that.
yeah. And that's like I said, that's why Disney needs to more clearly establish the rules of what the limitations are. So that way the audience has a better understanding of the stakes that are involved. Like who can do what and why can they do it? You know, like how is it that some characters can lift other characters with the Force, but then they don't do it at other moments? Like things like that need to be explained. Because it doesn't make any sense why it is that, you know, some characters just choose not to use the Force on other characters. Is it because they can't? Is it because they can? Like, people have out-of-universe explanations for this, but it's never really been explained in the movies why it is that someone can't why they can't just, you know, lift someone up with the Force and crush their entire body. Like, why can't you do that? So they need to... I have an explanation in my head, but, you know, they need to have an explanation like that in the movie that shows why you can't.
But in canon Star Wars, what do you think is the strongest?
Strongest.
Just
What?
your opinion, just like in everything, just
Most powerful Star Wars character that we see
most
in the
powerful
movies, or
in canon, like literal.
well,
the animated series,
technically I mean, if we're talking about Disney canon, then obviously expanded universe isn't included, and I don't really know that much about the expanded universe because I never read the comics or read the books or anything of the expanded universe. I just watched the movies. I watched the movies and I watched, but I'm not into all the deep lore. So, as far as the movies are concerned, I think obviously the most powerful character we see on screen is Master Yoda, followed up by Emperor Palpatine. Vader had potential to be more powerful, but he wasn't able to reach his full potential because he got chopped up on Mustafar. So unfortunately, he does not end up being the most powerful character that we see on screen. Master Yoda is definitely the most powerful character we see on screen in the movies, because even though it's kind of like a draw with what happened with Palpatine, he actually technically kind of won. He won the fight, but Palpatine was essentially just able to get away because he was able to create distance between them, but he would have won the fight against Palpatine. It was only because the clones showed up and there was this distance created between them that he ended up escaping, and I guess by default winning, because now he has control of the Republic. But, or I should say, actually, Master Yoda, most powerful character that we see on screen by far, and then Mace Windu was a close second. And the only reason I say that is because George Lucas has said before that Mace Windu did win the fight against Palpatine, which means that he's at least slightly more powerful than Palpatine. So Mace Windu was the second character that we see in canon that was like as powerful, or at least almost as powerful as Palpatine. So Master Yoda, Mace Windu, and then Palpatine third. And then after that, it's kind of, I would say, I want to say like Count Dooku, but Count Dooku does get defeated by Anakin in Revenge of the Sith, so maybe Count Dooku in Attack of the Clones, like the next most powerful, but because he does go toe to toe with Attack of the Clones Yoda, and he can't fight him, and he has to run away, but he's still able to actually go up against him. So I would say Count Dooku from Attack of the Clones is definitely the next, but I guess he loses, during the Clone Wars, he probably loses some of his power because he's getting older. So that's why he loses to Anakin in Revenge of the Sith, also because Anakin got more powerful, of course. But he also got weaker because he was just aging. And that's what happens. Characters, as they get weaker, they also lose some of their power. But Master Yoda in Return of the Jedi clearly is significantly less powerful than he used to be because he's dying. And in Empire Strikes Back, even though he's powerful in the Force, he's still significantly weaker than he was in Revenge of the Sith, because again, his body has aged too much for him to be able to do things like fight anymore. So Attack of the Clones, Dooku is probably the fourth most powerful, and then Revenge of the Sith, Anakin, the fifth most powerful, and then I guess it would be up for debate on like who's next most powerful, because we don't get to see a whole lot of other on-screen characters actually going against each other. We're not able to gauge their power levels that much. Like, I mean, for example, Obi-Wan Kenobi fights Darth Maul, and he wins in The Phantom Menace, but that was only after Darth Maul had been fighting Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan for, however long. So we don't know how powerful Maul was compared to, another character besides Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon. We never got to see Darth Maul fight against anyone else, so we don't know. And then we also didn't get to see Qui-Gon fight against anyone other than Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace, so we don't really have a way to gauge his power level all that well. But seeing as he trained Obi-Wan, he was trained by Count Dooku, and he trained Obi-Wan, I would say probably only a little bit less powerful than Count Dooku, which would make Darth Maul significantly more powerful than Qui-Gon, because he's able to fight both of them, and then he is actually able to kill Qui-Gon. And he almost beat Obi-Wan, so I would say that's pretty powerful. But that might be due to his, partially to his species being more adept at combat, perhaps, because he's not a human, so he might have just had significantly better reflexes and power because he wasn't. We can't say for sure how strong some of the other Jedi Masters were. Yadi-Mundi gets mowed down by a bunch of clones, and Kit Fisto gets slashed up by Palpatine in like 2 seconds. So we can't really say for sure how powerful they were. I guess if you take the Clone Wars into account, then Kit Fisto's like on the same level as like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, other than Mace Windu and Master Yoda, I'd say everyone on the council is probably about the same power level as Obi-Wan Kenobi. So technically, I'd say that almost anyone, if they knew Anakin well enough, would have been able to defeat him on Mustafar. If they knew him well enough, and Anakin was still overconfident like he was, and they grabbed control of the high ground. But also, I think obviously because of how well Obi-Wan knew Anakin, that was the reason why he was able to defeat him, because he taught Anakin almost everything that he learned, or everything that he knew. So that obviously gave him a significant advantage, especially the part with the high ground. He probably told or taught Anakin about how he defeated Darth Maul, where he jumps over him to cut him in half, and that it's kind of the same thing that Anakin does to Obi-Wan. He tries to jump over him, and Obi-Wan just slashes him up when he tries to do that. So Anakin tried to pull the Darth Maul, he tried to pull the Obi-Wan move on Obi-Wan, who was like Darth Maul, and he failed. So. But anyway, yeah, that was a lot of talking. Who do you think the most powerful character in Star Wars is in the movies?
In the movies.
In the movies. You can't talk about expanded universe. I haven't read any of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't read about any of that as well. So.
And also, the books and movies, I think, are also. I mean, the books and the comics, I think, are also in the category of embellished stories. That's it. That is that they're exaggerated. Like the characters are really not powerful as the books will tell you about.
No. So movie-wise, I'd say Ray.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Like if we're taking Disney canon into account, actually I would say, yeah, Ray Palpatine is at the top, and then the Rise of Skywalker Palpatine is probably the most powerful character of all of anyone at any time. If Rise of Skywalker Palpatine, after he sucked Rey and Kylo Ren, after he sucked them off and took their force powers, he became
so wrong, by the way.
he became the most powerful being in the galaxy, other than Rey Palpatine, who I don't know how she got her power back after he sucked it out of her, but I guess she did, because she's that powerful. That's how powerful she is. So powerful. Get her power back. So yeah, Rey Palpatine, the most powerful Jedi entire existence of Jedi, and then Emperor Palpatine from the Rise of Skywalker. He would have totally wiped the floor with Yoda to a blast. Force lightning that Master Yoda wouldn't have even been able to catch or caught. He would have been deep fried. Master Yoda would have been deep fried. He can't handle force lightning of that magnitude. So yeah, you're right. The Rise of Skywalker, Rey Palpatine is the most powerful being.
Disney-wise.
Yeah, and then I would say, Kylo Ren was probably a close third. He was able to resurrect Rey with his healing power, and then after he died, Rey was like, you know what? I'm not gonna bother bringing you back to life. I don't give a shit about you. He said, yeah, you can stay dead. I got what I wanted from you. I got my kiss from you. You can stay dead. Goodbye. Poor guy. He finally found love. Died with a smile on his face because he knew he'd never have to return to the franchise. Like Harrison Ford. I would say, I wonder who's the weakest though. Besides,
Okay.
like we're not counting any kids. No Padawans. No little Padawans. Or who's
Ah.
the weakest Jedi? Who's the weakest Jedi? Who's the weakest Jedi that we know? Like we have a name of them on screen.
The weakest.
Not like you look it up on Wikipedia to find out what their name
Yeah.
is. Like you actually know what their name is.
Mm-hmm.
Weakest Jedi on screen.
Weakest Jedi on screen. Probably. I mean, honestly, I haven't seen much of their. Oh, but movie-wise. So we
Yeah,
don't count the animated series.
Movie-wise, we'll just go with the movies because it'd be hard to remember everything that happened in the animated shows to come up with an answer. So out of the
Wait,
movies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who's the weakest? Who's the weakest Jedi? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Does Yaddle appear on screen?
Yeah, but she's not named. She's not
Yeah,
named in the
okay.
movies. Like if you watch the movies, you would never know what. You'd never even know who she was.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
she doesn't count. But I would say, I mean, she's definitely not the weakest. Like if you're actually considering canon,
Yeah.
she's part of the Yoda species, so she definitely has power, but just not as much Yoda
Mhm.
than Yoda.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Because she was less of a combat type of Jedi, and she was more of like a healing kind of Jedi, I guess you could say. But this, I guess they made the Yaddle episodes in Tales of the Jedi before healing was introduced to Star Wars, or maybe it was. Yeah, I think the Rise of Skywalker was already out, so. But yeah, she had like, I guess in the books they say she had like the ability to use like light side force lightning, which could break a user's connection to the dark side or something. But she never used it. She never used it when she needed it. So I'm thinking maybe she didn't actually have that ability, because when she fights Count Dooku, really use that ability. Because you know, if I was in that situation and I was faced with the evil Sith Lord and his apprentice Dooku, I would not hesitate to light side force lightning to break their connection to the dark. But again, like stuff like that needs to be explained. Like, how long does it last? Does it last permanently? Do you permanently lose connection to the dark side or to the force or whatever? Or is it just temporary? And again, how long does it last? So that's probably why they didn't add anything like that in. They wouldn't know, because that would make for an interesting fight choreography to have, like, maybe Yaddle like disable Palpatine temporarily, and he was like unable to fight, and then Dooku would have to fight Yaddle because he was not completely enveloped in the dark side, so he still had force powers to be able to fight Yaddle, but Palpatine wouldn't have been able to continue fighting because he would get blasted. He'd get blasted by Yaddle's fight and lose his dark side capabilities temporarily. That would have been interesting. Disney needs to put me in charge of this shit. Oh boy, this green screen's almost done. Wanda says, "Good dad."
Yeah,
Xavier Bates says, "I'm back from
I'm
eating
like trying to
pizza."
concentrate right now. I'm in the middle of a 1v1.
1v1 of what?
Of Battlefront 2.
Oh, you're playing Battlefront, huh?
Yeah. I tried to share my screen, but I can't even share my screen here.
Yeah. I think it's only enabled for some people.
It said that I can't do it on this channel, so.
Xavier Bates says, first, I went to the farm. I went on my birthday 2 months ago, but instead of picking strawberries, I picked blueberries, blackberries, both of which I don't like. Both of which I don't like? So you don't like blackberries and blueberries, huh? Why? What's wrong with blackberries and blueberries? Well, actually, when it comes to blueberries, I like blueberries, but blueberries don't like me. Every time I eat blueberries, I get horrible gas, like pain, bloating, like really bad. And my poop ends up being like green or whatever. So every time I have blueberries, that's what happens. So I say, sorry blueberries, I love you, obviously don't love me. Doesn't happen with, I don't think it happens with strawberries. It does happen with blackberries a little bit as well. I can't really have a lot of blackberries. There's too much fiber. Too much fiber is not good. It causes issues. Too much gas hurts.
I can't think of any other weak characters. Probably Bayla Sakura, by the way.
Who?
Bayla Sakura.
Ayla Sakura, you mean?
Why did I say Bayla Sakura? Oh my god.
Like you're mixing Bail Organa with Ayla Sakura?
Yeah, that, oh my god, that was it.
Bayla Sakura.
Yeah, that was
That's what we, you know what, I should make a video like that. Star Wars characters combined. Bayla Sakura. It's Bail Organa's face on Ayla Sakura. Bayla Sakura. Panakin. Be Padme's face on Anakin. Panakin. Panakin. Panakin.
I know what this guy is trying to do. God damn.
Trying to win.
No, he's trying to push me. Predictable. Just read him like a book. Oh my lord.
Predictable.
Fucking read him like a book. He thought. Oh my lord. Crazy.
Thought. Alright. Better work.
Nice.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
I still have to edit it. That's what I hate about this green screen app. I can't believe they haven't fixed it after all this time. Anytime there's a duplicate frame, it will totally F up the entire green screen. And you have to go in manually and fix the entire thing. I have to fix it again. Pain. Alright. New plane. Bop, 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 bop. Down. On it. There.
I loved this game. This game was satisfying.
Glad you enjoy it.
Oh my god. Like, I'm playing against this guy, which is being super toxic, but I'm just being so respectful.
'Cause I'm not really a huge fan of Battlefront, but
Like, he won like once. And every time I win, he keeps saying stuff like, "Yeah, you hit me even though I'm blocking and shit. My mouse is not working," and and every time I keep saying stuff like, "Yeah, GG, well played."
yeah, that is the thing. People win and they tell you you're bad. Oh, it's not me.
Excuses.
It's my internet. That's not working right.
Yeah. I love being respectful and nice to people, even though they're being like extremely aggressive. Just shows that technically I'm the one that's in control.
Alright. I think it's good. Good. Alright, that one. Wait, what? Why is it? No. Remove in and export in and out area, not content. Wait, what? Bruh.
Ah, nice. Oh, actually, ooh. Damn. Okay.
Okay, there it is. Now it's working.
Damn. All right.
Okay. Now it's time to input this into Vigo. Mix, world mix. Here it is. Opposite day. Generate. This thing knows what to do.
Hmm.
Hmm. There. Okay, I think that worked. I hope it works as an overlay though. That's by frames. They add in a couple frames. This looks so ridiculous. Alright. That's it. I'm done for today. I need to fix that, but it's gonna take so long. Alright. Thanks for joining me, John. Hope you have a nice day.
Nice evening.
I'll see you.
It's like 2 a.m. here.
Alright. Have fun playing
See ya.
Battlefront.
Yeah, you.
Adios. Thank you for being here, everybody who was here. Delta Ray, Rolanda, Xavier Bates, Matt H, Lerdman Alkeener, and Qui-Gon Jinn, Emperor Palpatine, and Furry Mations. Appreciate you. Hope you have a nice night. Hopefully I'll see you.